Hello, my little maniacs. Just a little pre-commentary before we get into the actual video. The sound of this video did get corrupted, so if it does seem off in a few places, I do apologize for that. I did go back and fix as much as I could during editing and salvage what I could, and I did have to re-record some audio, so I do apologize if audio does sound a little bit off. Anyway, I'll let you get into the video now. Hello, my little maniacs! Welcome back to State of Survival! My name is the Maniac Gaming, and we are here with some State of Survival gameplay. Now, I know last episode I did do a little bit of the prologue, but this episode, before we get into the Chapter 1, Part 1, we're going to ignore this hand for a little bit, and we're just going to go over a few things that I want to go over about these major buildings that we all have here, as you can see. We do have quite a few of them. So first things first, we're going to go over a few things I did off camera on accident. We go into the chief profile. I did officially name myself the Maniacs Gaming. And on accident, I accidentally did level up my chief twice. But we do still have those talent points suspended. I didn't want you guys to miss that. So we will put that towards tool improvement. And we're going to go with fertilizer tech, because need food for farming. Anyway, alright, so now that that is covered, we are going to go ahead and jump into a little bit of a guide as to what some of these buildings actually are that we currently have unlocked. The buildings over here and such, we will explain when we actually unlock those buildings. So, first thing, one of the most important buildings are your resource buildings. They are pictured here. You have, right now in the stage, I have 2 farms and 2 lumber yards. They produce both food and wood, as those are my primary resources that I actually need. But if you go into the build menu, you'll see you'll unlock furnaces that produce metal and gas that will produce gas, obviously. These will come into hand later when you advance your HQ. Metal will come in at HQ 10, and then gas itself comes in at stage 15. And you will unlock a total of 4 of each resource building, so that way you can produce resources very efficiently. And then obviously you do have your barracks right here. This produces your infantry troops. The 2 different types of infantry are your shields and your shotguns. These do go up, and the max in the game right now is called the Executioner. That is your tier 10. It is actually extremely strong. And then for the shields, you have your Maulers, which are your T9s. Both of which are like I said in the first episode, keeping the barracks going, and as well as your range, which I will talk about here in a second, is extremely important, because you want to be having a strong army, so that way you can not only defend your base from other players, you can attack other players to steal their resources, or you can go on your intel missions, which I'll explain later, or you can help out during fortress fight, etc., when those come around for your alliance if you do join one. Alright, other important buildings, obviously, is the range. This allows you to create troops that are ranged. They will fall behind your troops a little bit, as your infantry will go up front and your ranger in the back. The 2 different types are your bows, which cause damage against increased damage against infantry, and snipers, which cause increased damage against the riders, and they can sometimes bypass the infantry in order to damage riders directly. And of course, these go up to lovely T10, obviously, and you do your T10 are your snipers again, and your T9 are your bows. Both of which are going to be the end goal to be able to get to produce those. As of right now, my main account, which is the HQ26, has 2 types of troops trained, your T9s and your T8s, as they're the strongest troops I have unlocked. I'm personally going to keep this strategy going, especially on this account, to be able to be more effective, as once you get those higher tiers, they're going to be extremely useful in attacking other players, and that way during events such as we do have the kill event going on currently, which is going to be basically attacking other players and getting points for killing their troops or wounding their troops. Those will be very effective because once you get the higher troops, you don't have to wait as long for your troops to heal in the hospital. You can just keep going on out and attacking and get as many points as you possibly can. Alrighty. Next building of major importance, personally for me, is the Hero Precinct, because this allows you to increase hero levels, as well as you can get free advanced searches and an epic search. The free advanced searches come every day, and you do get different amounts of them. The max is 6 of them a day, which allows you to search for, your different hero frags, etc. That will allow you. And then epic search you can only do when the cooldown's done. The shortest amount of cooldown is a day and 12 hours currently when you reach level 30. But this is one of the most important things because it allows you to upgrade your heroes, as well as you can do the Explorer Trail missions. There are currently 12 of those. So we're going to just go into the Trail 1 again. We did the first mission there. And when you go in to actually look at it, you'll see that you can get rewards, fragments, skill books, but you also can earn different types of resources, experience books that help you actually upgrade your characters more. So that is also extremely important to keep up, because the higher that is, the more you can actually do. Another building, the warehouse. This upgrade and this increases the amount of resources that are protected from your enemies being looted, and they also increase the amount of goods you can list each time at a trading post, which we do not have unlocked yet, which I will touch on in a later video about that. And then you have training camp, which is important to keep up because this increases your training capacity, but also increases the speed of which you can train troops. So that's obviously important because that, more troops. Yeah, as we touched on earlier. Hospital, upgrading this is a priority, as this allows you to protect more of your troops from being killed in battle. And you can bring them back. And then over here we have the intel post. This allows you to decrypt different missions. We will take a look at those. And she'll explain it as we have not opened it yet. This here's the intel post. It's capable of receiving and intercepting all sorts of useful intel. And we will decrypt this first one just so we can look at it. Yes, so the main two types of missions are killing off zombie threats in order to get rewards, as well as retrieving stashes that are resources. I agree with Sarge here, because the more troops you have, the stronger that your battle power will be. So, just looking at this, you can see guaranteed rewards. You do get an epic hero fragment, which can be used to upgrade your epic heroes. 20 chief XP times 7, that upgrades your chief level. Training speed up, which speeds up your training. And biocaps, which are used for a lot of different things. Later on, you do earn other types of rewards, but we will not go into that too in depth right now, as we don't have access to that right now. This lovely thing over here is your events billboard. You can collect your daily rewards, which gives you points to earn in these different things, which they all have different items inside. Obviously, you want to max it out. Growth missions and your side missions. The growth missions are more geared towards actually being able to upgrade as quickly as possible, and these the side missions offer you like different little boosts. Like this one, upgrade one hero to level 5, gives you hero badge, experience points, and a rare hero badge, which allow you to upgrade your heroes because that's more important. And this one, train 100 infantry level 1 or above, gives you 50 grunts. And then research gives you more resources to use. Oh, it looks like we do have a little reward in here that I didn't realize we had. We achieved points target 1 in the stage 4 of the survival of the fittest. I don't know what the heck that one was, but We'll collect that. Take that. Alright. Over here, one of my favorite buildings. I like to keep this going as quickly as possible. Research lab. This allows you to develop different tech. There are 3 different areas. The first one is your development. This increases your basic development traits and helps your settlement be improved. They do things such as the tool improvement, which increases your construction speed, more beds, which is for your hospital, increases your capacity, training yard, training capacity. You get the idea. Tech improvement, better research speed in the lab, battle dressing. I believe that increases your healing speed of wounded troops. Training routines, faster speed. Leadership, that unlocks more marching space. So that way you can deploy more missions at the same time. And yeah, there's a bunch of these different things. Most of them are those. They increase your development of your own settlement. And then battle, these increase your attacks. Battle, as you can see here, increases the attack of all your troops. Guns blazing, which is your infantry. There's also one for your riders and your range. And then defense, increase of your melee, hunters, and riders. Defense formation, that one increases the defense of all troops. And these keep going up to give you different types of boosts, so that way you can keep your troops alive, and as well as increase your march capacity. And it also you can also increase your lethality of your troops and their health in general. So lab is extremely important. You want to keep this going at all times. Economic, this allows you to increase the amount of fertilizer you produce, the amount of wood you produce, metal, gas, as well as when you are out in the wilderness, you can make it so that way you're actually getting more troops. Your troops actually will gather more materials, which is very important in the later game because you're going to want more of these. So we're going to, because I like to keep these going all the time, so we're going to start the lab on more beds 1. We're going to go ahead and collect our troops from the range. Alrighty. And we are going to now we're going to look at the lookout tower. This is another extremely important building, as this allows you to detect incoming recons and enemy marches, so that way you know when you need to get online to be able to defend yourself. It also unlocks different things, such as you're allowed to discover during recon. So we're just going to go over this real quickly. They allow you to discover accurate information, discover talent benefits, and it'll display hero gear, all that fun stuff. So it actually does help you out in the long run. We're going to go into the store real quick and collect our daily deal thing. There we go. And more beds has been researched, so we're going to go ahead and start our next research assignment. Kill stage. We are not interested in that right now, as we literally, if you go into our profile, go to Army, we have 289 troops. Yeah, we're going to go out there and kill a lot of people, clearly. Also, we have our whole 1 hero. We're clearly going to go out there and do a whole lot of work. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade Sarge, get him up in the levels a little bit. And there we go. Sarge is now a level 5. And we are going to go ahead and upgrade our intel post. That's free, so yay. Alright, this is all I really wanted to cover today. And I feel like the video is actually shorter than it really should be. But this is just going to happen. It's going to keep giving me that notification. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and just so we can get the garage going, we're just going to go ahead and fix up that garage real quick, so that way we can get actual other troops going. So there we go. We have level 1 garage. So now we can actually train rovers. So we have actual ATVs. So now we'll explain this. Garage, these are your middle units. They are the ATVs, which cause increased damage against infantry. And your scramblers, these are your bikers. Bikers cause increased damage against the hunters. They can also sometimes bypass infantry to cause damage against hunters directly. And these also go all the way up to lovely 10, which are your death cruisers, and then your level 9 is your demon raiders. Obviously very important. You want to keep this going as much as possible. And troops are done again, so we are going to go ahead and get those retraining again. And there we go, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to ignore this. I wanted to talk more in detail about the battle report. If you go ahead and click battle details right here. Whoa, look at all this new information you can see. You can see specifically what troops were wounded, what troops survived, and who took all the damage. Obviously, this will be spread out if you lose all your troops, like the Lurcher did. They lost 40 troops, and they can specifically see they lost 12 of their defense, 14 of their assault, and 14 of their range. And their defense took the most of the damage, but sadly they were not able to beat me. Or, well, defend against me, I guess is the actual correct statement. But, yeah, that's a little bit of a guide in a nutshell. You know, all these buildings are actually relatively important, so you definitely want to be building those up. There are other buildings which we have not unlocked yet, which I will explain about when we do actually unlock those buildings. Oh, one building I did happen to forget about. Walls! Your barricades! You could put heroes on your walls to be able to defend your base from enemies attacking. So yeah, and you can also upgrade your walls to be able to increase your settlement defenses, your barricade defense. That increases your battle power as well as your prosperity. And when you go to upgrade your HQ, which the only benefits this HQ has at the very beginning is you do get march capacity increase. And then once you get going on, it does increase quite a bit. As you can see, we are currently at a 1.4K march capacity, and the max that the default is 67,000. My main account has a march capacity of the first of his main group of 99,000. So as you can see, we do have a long way to go. And he actually has a second march that is 94,000 max. So yeah, we do have a long way to go compared to, you know, his account. Alrighty, but that is all I really wanted to talk about today. We're going to go ahead and do this research, and I will be making another gameplay video for you guys soon. But we do have a few other things I do want to go over first before we do go ahead and touch on that. So we are going to go ahead. I do want to talk about a few things in the game that I like to talk about. That I do have some recommendations for the game, which I will be taking a few things from my main account so that we can actually see the things I'm actually going to be talking about. There you go, we got some rewards. And there we go. Alright, that is all I really want to talk about today. Thank you all for coming, and I hope that you all are doing well. And I will see you all later. Stay crazy, y'all. Hey guys, the Maniac's back here in post again. So, apparently the whole thing about me wanting to actually, one thing I actually wanted to go over with you guys that I didn't actually is the fact that I now have a donation link, which I will be posting in the description below. I am not expecting any donations to come through, but any money that does come through a good portion of it will be going towards the account, as well as myself personally, as I am making these videos for free right now. So I would appreciate anything that you guys do. And also, do like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you can be here when I release the videos for the first time. And I will see you all again.